Alright, I need to comb my hair and jump in the shower, but I want to get through this real quick, as quick as I can. I felt that I should go back and reread the book of Romans, and I did, and I think I can answer your question a lot better. uh, it's talking about governing authorities, right? Um, and I think if you go before, there's a because I don't think chapter 13 really addresses that. It kind of does in chapter 12 of basically resistance. Oh man, it's terrible. Uh, this is talking about laws and stuff like that. You know, it's not like, oh well, the law is pagan or this or that. Like if you steal and you get caught stealing, um, it's not as if you're being oppressed, right? Because pretty much all societies, or at least from the time of Rome on, theft was bad, adultery, um, murder, rape. These things you get punished for, correct? Uh, but I don't think it's dealing with an invasion and war and defending one's country. Now, if you go up here, it says to 12:14, bless those who persecute you, um, bless and do not curse. Um, yes, that's right. When Bobby Sands was in prison, he went on a hunger strike. They didn't try attacking the guards, uh, and the protests through 68 to 70 were peaceful. There were priests out there protesting, you know, and we see them getting beaten up by the police and these specials. I certainly can't say, oh well, it's all the IRA, all the provisional IRA were spotless or anything. Certainly not. I don't want to say certainly not, but you can't accuse everything, and violence does ruin you. But I don't think this speaks to occupation. As I said, I think liberation of nations, like that from any colonial force, anything like the Nazis or the Soviets, is something that we have to struggle with. But I think 13 doesn't apply to let's say somebody saying we should go free the concentration camps. These are authorities in nations that are over you, um, not not let's say a hostile imperial force. Um, so I think I might have spoken prematurely because I was like, wait a minute, can I really speak on this? I should go back and reread Romans to see what's going on. Now, I will grant you there are other um, things in here that you could bring up. What's this mean? What's that mean? Um, when it talks about in armed resistance, but throughout Christian history, there's the idea of just war, and I don't know that anybody at the time of occupation, certainly Constantinople had armies. Uh, the Roman Empire had armies. Edessa, uh, which I believe is a pre-Byzantine Christian land. It was I believe the Queen converted to Christianity. Um, they had their own armies, and so did Ethiopia. Now this shouldn't be used to oppress. And when you kill somebody, the Orthodox Church has, when people go out to war, when they kill someone in battle, they're not to take communion when they come back. That's not a punishment for them, though. That's just saying you have to realize that you've taken a life, and this is a strife that we have to go with. But the Orthodox Church does not condemn those who go into battle to defend their homeland and their people. So I think I don't see any clash with Romans 13. I believe that's dealing with governing bodies and laws, and that you shouldn't steal anyways, right? So if you steal and you incur the wrath of stealing, you can't really say, oh, but they shouldn't be doing this to me because I stole. No, you you knew what the law was. You stole. Don't, you can't say, oh, well, it's just this or that. And now we have a say in our laws, so we can say, wait, that's way too harsh, and we should protest that, or this or that. But it's not like, you go out and murder a bunch of people, or rape, or steal, or cheat, or lie, or perjure yourself. Well, not lie, perjure yourself, and then say, oh, but I don't recognize the government because it's my only ruler is God. I think Paul is putting this in there, saying, no, he could foresee that, and there's a lot of people. I knew gangbangers when I was younger. Only God can judge me. Well, you did shoot up that house, and yeah, you're in jail for the right reason. They're actually gonna do something on the gangs in Chicago. It's very strange. The areas that I've lived at, I've been out for, well, I don't even want to. It's been 15 years since I had to deal with any of that stuff. It's that way. Well, I've still had to deal with it since then, but since any involvement I may have had, it's just. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think. I think Christianity has the idea of just war in there. The idea that the liberation of people. We're told to defend the widow, the orphan, and the poor. And we should. And I would not say it's like Joshua going in and slaughtering a people, but certainly, even if you see in the Ten Commandments, the Decalogue, it says, "Thou shalt not murder," not "Thou shalt not kill." But again, in the King James, people would understand that way. For ourselves, yeah, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. In defense of people going to be attacked or abused or killed, I don't think that applies. Hopefully this is a better answer. I'll probably unlist the other two. Alright, peace to you. And yeah, you're right, it's an uncomfortable issue trying to talk about provisional IRA, all green hair, and real IRA, continuity IRA, and the IRA of 1916. Those are all political issues, and not all Christians. I don't think I don't believe all Christians need to be nationalists. That's not a requirement to be a nationalist. I would say things like Nazism and communism are not justifiable, but certainly there can be Christians that are forms of socialists, or, well, nationalism is more of a stance rather than it's not really a political system. It's just believing that people should be able to live in their land without hostile invading forces coming, and not destroying cultures. So I hope that clears something up of it up. We should talk. I dig this. I fear that we're kind of getting off track here, though. I'll put up more stuff about prayers and stuff like that. But thank you for the question very much. It causes me to take a second look, and I very much appreciate that to go back and check stuff out. Sincere, honest questions like this do make me turn around and have to really delve into stuff. Peace to you. May God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland. Take it easy. Have a blessed fast.